Here we go, 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 go.
Welcome to the unveiling celebration of the Poster Project's 20th annual poster series. We are really happy you've tuned in. When we began the Poster Project in 2000 and 2001, we could hardly imagine that we would go on to produce public art for Syracuse for 2 decades. In total, we've worked with more than 500 artists, 600 poets, and produced more than 320 posters. Together, we've helped to make Syracuse a place of civic art. We thank our poets and artists for their spirit, skill, and creativity, and our larger circle of supporters for keeping faith in us. Now, if you could all chime in from internet land, we will wish the Poster Project a happy
anniversary!
Our most important anniversary guests, our poets and artists, will appear in just a moment. But before we introduce you to this year's posters and their creators, we want to acknowledge the team that makes our work possible, our board members, interns and volunteers, and sponsors and donors. Board members, myself, Jim Emmons,
Amanda Henry,
Chris Montgomery,
Joe Murphy,
Nada Oda,
Anna Putintseva.
our interns and volunteers, Rosalind Carroll, who manages our poetry blog,
Angelica Clements, marketing intern,
Chris Gomez, who is writing our Where Art They feature,
Sujin Green, our grants volunteer,
Jiaqi Liu, graphic design intern,
myself, Naomi Massingale, outreach worker,
So Hee Park Mateau, our accounting volunteer,
Annie Tran, product development intern,
Isabella Wildermuth, social media intern,
Winwei Chu, information management worker. Sponsors and donors. While the pandemic paused a certain amount of giving, many of our traditional sponsors have still come through, and some new ones have even stepped in. We thank the Central New York Community Foundation, which gave us a major grant for marketing and salesperson, the law firm Bousquet Holstein, Cooperative Federal Credit Union, which helped us secure a significant grant, our in-kind partner, the Downtown Committee, which oversees the city's kiosks, CNY Arts, the Regional Arts Council, which helped us with relief funding, Common Space Work, which subsidizes our use of a shared workspace, and the development company, Pioneer Companies. Our additional supporters, Geddes Federal Savings and Loan Association,
Housing Visions,
Heber Brewer Construction Company,
Stephen and Elaine Jacobs,
Syracuse University,
KSNR Incorporated,
Greater Strathmore Neighborhood Association,
YWCA of Syracuse,
Peter Genta and Son Produce,
Carol Watson Greenhouse,
Brannick Device Company,
Hongyuan Fan,
Drive Research.
Vinomania.
Finally, an additional thank you to our poets and artists for all they do to support us, not only through their creative contributions, but by fulfilling our requests for photographs, comments, and video blurb. It's a lot. We're going to present the poet-artist pairs alphabetically by poet's last name, but we'll save the first, second, and third place posters for the end of the presentation. Along the way, you'll see highlights from our 20 years of creating civic art for Syracuse. Here we go.
Hi, this is Jane Curley. I have been writing my whole life, and this haiku that I wrote just came spontaneously one afternoon. So I submitted it to the project, never imagining it would be selected, but it has been. So I hope it is meaning for you. It will take you back, perhaps to your adolescence, young adolescence, that time of wonder and discovery and falling in love. Those of you who've fallen in love, I certainly have.
Hello, my name is James P. McCampbell. My creative interests are watching movies, collecting comic books, listening to music, and experimenting with guitar. And the illustration I created is based on a poem by Jane Curley. I thought the poem was very visual, imaginative, but I also appreciated its efficiency. So for the illustration, I utilized negative space to imply a couple embracing and kissing, which also acts as framing for the location in Syracuse, the Onondaga Creek Walk by Franklin Square. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Ellen Egan, and I'm from Syracuse in California. And I was recently reading about haiku history, and I thought an interesting fact was that in 14th century Japan, there was a form of haiku called ranga, in which people got together and created haiku together by borrowing lines from each poem. And this would go on for hours and hours. And I was thinking that when COVID is all over, we should celebrate by creating haiku together.
Hello, I'm Paul Lilly, an illustrator from Syracuse, and I'm so happy to be a part of the 2021 poster series. When I first read this poem, I immediately thought of the abandoned freight train platform running alongside I-690. Once a part of the main train station, now it's home to those iconic statues of passengers who, to me, seem like ghosts of the past diverse people who settled in Syracuse and who have seeded the character of our city. That was the feeling that I hope to capture in my illustration. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Marcia Egan, and I'm thrilled to have been chosen for this year's poster project. Although I now live in Virginia, I was a longtime resident of Syracuse and retired as a school psychologist from there years ago. Since then, I've been trying to spend more time on my art, especially during COVID. I was represented by a gallery in Northern Virginia and had created a children's book, Creatures of the Sea, from A to Z. Right now, I'm working on a new children's book on haiku called Earth Poems. Here's my poster project haiku. Green lakes in winter, the brittle silence broken by passing footsteps. This haiku was inspired by a family hike in Green Lake State Park. It was a typical cold, wintry day. We were enjoying the silence when a crowd of hikers came through with steps crunching loudly on the frozen snow. The steps echoed off the trees and the ice until they disappeared into the distance. It was a moment in time that inspired this haiku. I hope you enjoy it, and I appreciate your recognition of my work in this project. Thank you.
Alyssa Dearborn, and I am from Liverpool, New York, and this is my third year participating in the poster project. I still feel lucky to be able to help bring public art to the Central New York community, and I believe that public art has the power to unify and connect people. The idea of unity is what inspired my design in the first place. When I first read the poem, I thought first about being in a moment of solitude, walking through the woods with snow crunching under my boots. But I then thought about how, by simply unifying and standing in solidarity with our fellow human beings, we can all break through the cold silence together. Our region has many beautiful resources that can be enjoyed either by ourselves or with other people. No matter how we enjoy our environment, we are reminded that the world itself is wild, free, and open to all who respect it.
Hi, I'm Nan, and I've been writing, really, as long as I've been old enough to know how to write something that someone else would want to look at. And I like the brevity of poetry. Originally, I wrote stories, and they were short stories because I like to be brief. I like the brevity of being able to use the right word at the right time and have it say everything I want it to say. So I'm in love with words, and will probably continue to fool with them until I can't write anymore.
Hi, I'm Joyce Backus, and I'm looking forward to our poster art being downtown this year. It's been a very challenging year for all of us, and looking for a sunny day to walk and enjoy it will be a real big highlight, I think, for everyone. I'm teaching this year remotely from my art classroom, and excited about seeing you all downtown. So stay safe, and looking forward to it.
Well, I don't think there's anything prettier than large white snowflakes falling quietly, and especially suppose it's in the evening by moonlight. What could be more beautiful? That's a scene I haven't necessarily been in, but one which I have imagined, and it pleases my romantic instincts. I know it happens, and I think people are fortunate who can have that experience.
Hi, my name is Amy Cunningham-Waltz. I am a mixed media painter. I work primarily with watercolor and ink. I chose Nan Gartner's haiku to illustrate, and I chose one of the squares in Syracuse, Hanover Square specifically. I was really inspired by the unique architecture and that real wonderful old world charm it seemed to hold on to. I hope I was able to convey that in my illustration. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kai Gesek. I'm one of this year's finalists for the Syracuse Poster Project. And a quick thing about my poem, this is exactly what I wrote it about. The immense amount of snow we get, but just how every spring it's always gone, like it was never there in the first place. And it's beautiful, isn't it? thank you to everyone at the Poster Project. Thank you for all of that, and I hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Mary Vertigan. As soon as I saw the haiku that I chose, I thought of Onondaga Lake Park. I've been spending time down there for at least 50 years, and I've been down there even more than usual in the last 12 months, like many people around here. I enjoy looking at the trees changing color, the different conditions on the water, and sometimes I even watch the geese. It was fun to use glittery paper, paper bags, paint, and block printed snowflakes to create my haiku illustration. I'm primarily a printmaker, but I'm willing to use any materials that it takes to get the job done. Very excited to be part of the Syracuse Poster Project in 2021. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Marcia Hanlon. My haiku this year was inspired by the special anniversary category, Syracuse, Past to Future. It combines fond childhood memories with important Syracuse history. Happy 20th anniversary.
I'm Lucie Wellner. I've been a designer and artist most of my adult life. My illustration of Marsha Hanlon's Brannick device haiku contains a depiction of my friend Stephanie from when she was little. With her permission, I used an old photo which seemed perfect for evoking back-to-school shopping. I love the process of using colored pencils and learning more about the Park Brannick shoe store. I'm so grateful to the Syracuse Poster Project for continuing with the work of converging art, poetry, and public spaces.
Hi there, I'm Cindy Ostuni, and I am happy and honored to be a part of the Syracuse Poster Project's 2021 series. My haiku was inspired at the Syracuse Regional Market. It celebrates local farmers, the work that they do, the food that they grow for us, and the way that it all brings our community together. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie Turner from Syracuse, New York. For my poster, I selected Cindy Ostuni's poem. The farmers' markets are filled with colorful seasonal produce, foods, and plants. The shoppers are just as colorful. Syracuse is wonderfully diverse, and it's at the markets you'll get a glimpse of its people. I hope my poster inspires everyone to visit the Syracuse markets.
Hi, my name is Michele Reed. I'm especially excited to be part of the historic 20th anniversary series of posters in the Syracuse Poster Project because I was fortunate enough to have a poem in the very first class in 2001. I'd like to thank Jim Emmons and the entire committee for the work that they have done over 2 decades to bring poetry and art to the streets of Syracuse. My poem is inspired by Central New York's long history of social activism. Thank you once again for this opportunity to participate in the Poster Project.
Hello, this is David Zeggert. Welcome to my studio. I am an artist, painter, illustrator, and educator. I'm thrilled to be part of this year's Syracuse poster project. My haiku featured Harriet Tubman, the Underground Railroad, and the North Star. I tried to portray Tubman in a realistic fashion. The other aspects of the painting are somewhat non-objective. For me, that's an interesting paint point of view, which I hope makes an interesting painting and poster. But please enjoy the poster, and thank you for watching my video.
Hi, I'm Heidi Stevens of Baldwinsville, New York. I'd like to express appreciation for the poster project and all the people who make it happen. My poem was inspired by the Syracuse St. Patrick's Day Parade and the coming of spring. The parade isn't happening this year because of COVID-19 health restrictions, but spring is still happening, and that's always something to celebrate. Enjoy the spring, everyone.
Hi, I'm Sue Murphy, the artist who illustrated Heidi Stevens' poem, and I just enjoyed doing it because I love St. Patrick's Day. I love that there's green everywhere. People are celebrating, marching, and literally dancing in the streets. Full disclosure, I do not even have one drop of Irish blood in me. But as my Ukrainian father always said, everyone is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. So enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much.
I'm Bob Stone. I enjoy participating in these poster projects each year. It provides an opportunity for me to see the work of other poets and painters. I'm honored that my poem was selected for a poster this year. I am eager to see how my poem was depicted by the artist. Thank you very much.
Hello, Syracuse Poster Project. It's me, Tommy Lincoln. And I'm here to talk about the poster that I chose for this year's poster project. Canines strut their stuff. Their owners proudly keep pace. Neighborhood Parade. If you know me, I love illustrating whimsical environments and whimsical little worlds, and this just spoke to me as kind of a fun little neighborhood parade, going through this little fun little village with houses and music in the background and dogs strutting their stuff with owners dancing around. It was super fun. I super enjoyed it. I love the Syracuse Poster Project. Thank you for having me this year. Over and out.
Hi, I'm Debbie. The woman in my haiku has a rich and vibrant story, one I'd like to hear. She and her bright umbrella catch my eye. Her step is determined. She has walked this way many a time. She has journeyed through valleys, mountains, and she is courageous. I love to watch people and wonder. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kathleen O'Dell. I chose this poem because I wanted to illustrate the history of the women's suffrage movement here in Syracuse. It's been a lot of fun, and it's prompted me to start a collection of illustrations about notable women throughout history. I'm really excited to be a part of this project for the third year in a row, and I can't wait to see everyone in person, hopefully next year. Be well, and thank you.
Hi, my name is Kathleen Wheatley, and my poem is inspired by my favorite season, which is fall. I love the colors, the scents, the cool temperatures, all little reminders from Mother Nature that winter is coming. My parents always taught my sisters and I to love nature, be creative, enjoy everything that the world around us has to offer, and writing a haiku was the perfect way to do that. My poem is short and sweet, and I hope you like it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Picasso Duar. I was a part of the Syracuse poster project. I found the right haiku, one that I really liked, and in that poem, as I was reading them, that one sparked color, visuals, mood. I ran with that one, and I created this earth goddess. She's kind of like the goddess of autumn, I guess you would say. And yeah, I hope people like it. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Jeff Gorney. I'm a freelance writer and urban pioneer. I was born and raised in New York City, and when I came here directly from there, I discovered that I had a passion for city life. No surprise considering where I came from. I became involved in trying to bring the city back, and much of my creative work has revolved around that. Thank you, and enjoy.
Hi, my name is Cecily Thomas. I'm a tattooer here in Syracuse. I think as we return to normal, even though times have been super tough for a lot of people in so many ways, it's really nice to see how many artists near and far that are still creating, like they haven't lost their spark at all. I think we've seen a lot of cool and different art that we wouldn't normally see from certain people. So I think like that's some goodness through a lot of this bad during this pandemic.
Hi, my name is Matt Tompkins, and I'm pleased to be one of the poets for this year's poster project. It's especially a privilege to be part of the project this year. I was born and raised in Syracuse and live in Virginia now, so in a year like this, when it's not in the cards to come for a visit, it's nice to feel that connection to Central New York and also a connection to other writers and artists in a year that's been strange and where being out in the world isn't really a possibility. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Dave Manfredi, retired physician and avid flower gardener. My poems derive from emotions, images, and language. I set aside preconceived notions and allow the poem to flow and write itself, and in essence, I become the scribe. Haikus distill the essence of the subject. Mine reflects that all cities are in a constant state of flux. They reinvent themselves by their population, commerce, and their dwellings. Thanks so much.
Hi, this is Ellen Edgerton. Syracuse is going through a really tough time right now. One of the things about the haiku that I chose to illustrate that really appealed to me was the final line, "Neighborhoods are born." This is true. I know people who have moved from the suburbs to downtown Syracuse over the last 1 or 2 years, so it is happening. I can't wait to see all of the posters being displayed downtown in the spring, and I'd like to thank the Syracuse Poster Project for giving me the opportunity to participate. Thank you very much.